Welcome to Derry has hit our spiritual successor sequel to the highest grossing horror movie of all time by one of our favorite horror directors who did the first episode here, and Andy Muschietti, who directed Mama. Oh my God.
Great movie.
Yes.
Really good
Go
movie.
watch Mama. We should talk about that on the channel later. But right now, we're talking about Welcome to Derry. You're going to catch weekly episodes. Grace and I are going to break down and talk about our reactions, what we thought about it right here on Carnage Candy. If you love horror content, ring the bell, subscribe, like the video, comment on, out of all the Pennywises on Earth, which one is your favorite? And Grayson, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Let's just run this whole episode, and what were you thinking while we were watching this thing?
It's a mixed bag. It was, I will say right now, I think this is one of the wildest openings to a television show ever.
Yeah.
I had no clue we were starting off like this. Wow.
I think it's like it's about legacy, right? And especially since Muschietti came back, it's like, I think I'll try. He's not going to top chapter 1's opening, but he's going to try.
There's no way. But it got close. I will say that this opening, I strongly believe it's almost more shocking.
It is more shocking, but it's not as scary.
No, it's not as scary. It's just wow.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all I can say is wow.
So you bring up the character names because I got too much screen real estate, but we got our hero character in the theater, and we've got Music Man playing, and just really establishing right now. It takes place a long time ago. This is in the 60s. I did double check. It is falling on the 27-year cycle. So this is Pennywise's Hunger Fest 62. That's what we're calling it. And this is him feeding before he goes dormant for about 30 years before he attacks our kids in It Chapter 1.
In the 90s at that time.
Yeah, it's 80. It was 89.
Oh, is it 89?
Yeah,
okay.
89.
So right before the 90s.
Us millennials, we consider anything from 87 to 2006 the 90s. This is something
true. It's very true.
This is
most of the time when I can't remember the date of when a movie came out, my automatic year is, it's 95. It's totally 95.
Yeah, and it could be 03 or it could be 86.
Yep. It's somewhere in there, but normally I go to 95.
Mine is 93. Mine's 93, probably because of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, for sure.
But we have a feeding cycle starting with our first kid in the theater. What's his name?
Maddie.
Little
Maddie.
And this kid's got the sweetest profile. He hasn't slept in a long time, or he's beaten up, right?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's really tired and he's beaten up, but he's sucking on a sucker while they're watching The Music Man.
Yeah,
what they're watching, and a ticket taker sees him, knows he hasn't paid, and there's a little bit of a chase, and then you end up meeting. I don't know what her name was. Let me see if I could find.
Yeah, she's the ticket taker, and her
no, it's not Terry.
And her dad works at the theater.
Yes.
And she helps the kid kind of escape, and he gets chased out of the theater by the ticket taker. And from the beginning, it's like, is something gonna jump out of the screen, or like, how are they gonna start this off? And he gets in the car, and my biggest hope for the series was that the series would really hype or dwell on how it's spoken about more in the book than you get in the series for obvious reasons, but like there's this insufferable weight on the adults of Derry that like suppresses the kids in every way.
Yep. And
every parent or like personification of a parent, there's like this horrible tension with how they treat their children. And you get it from the beginning with this couple that Maddie gets in the car with.
Yes.
And
it's when watching this, and I'm pretty sure you had the same thought that I did. As soon as you see little Maddie walking down the street and that car stops, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're gonna do. And it starts off slow. The little girl's name was Ronnie.
Okay, Ronnie.
So it's a very friendly looking family.
Sweet
And they look
dads.
very concerned for Maddie because Maddie says they ask him where his home is. Maddie says anywhere but Derry, and they said, "Well, we're going to Portland. Let's go," which is already weird
Yeah.
because this family is just going to take this child walking
Yeah.
down the street
I
to
was,
Portland.
but it's so funny because I was like, oh, thank God. Wait a minute.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
is a very odd, but there is a part of looking at Maddie and seeing him like he still has like the binky from
Yeah.
being
It's
a
like,
child.
this kid needs help. Let's just take
And
him.
he's beat up. It looks like he's got like a black eye and he's very run down and very tired and scared. So there is a part to it where you're thinking, okay, yeah, they care and they want to get him out of there. But things end up going wrong very quickly.
I appreciate the time that they took to give the girl is kind of a jerk. The little kid has his tick where he's spelling and stuff. And the dad's really jolly as such as things are in the 60s, but man, a homegirl reaches for that a little to
Oh,
go
the liver.
a little to go treat that
Oh.
he packed.
When
And
she pulled out the container and it said liver on it, I went, "Oh, gross!"
yeah,
Who
my,
just pulls out slimy liver and just starts eating it?
I know there's like string on on the lid.
Yeah,
I love that she doesn't even eat it. She just wants to stick her fingers in it and smell it. That's,
Ugh.
but she holds it up to Maddie's nose and is like, "With this, buddy."
Maddie's like,
And so you start to understand why Maddie's got that nervous tick with the binky for sure. And the mom, they start chanting, get out, and there's the TRUBLE, the trouble from the Music Man is kind of like gonna be the recurring bit, right? And man, what were your thoughts on that birthing scene?
So you see this full birthing scene go because Maddie's trying to get out of the car. He hits the stomach of the wife. The birth happens.
Did you think the clown was gonna pop out?
No, I did not think it was going to be a clown.
Okay.
I will say I did not think that they were going to pull Pennywise yet, and I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're keeping Pennywise hidden. But when this thing comes out of the darkness and you see it, it is horrific.
That's a scary baby.
It really was. It's a mixture of a demon with a baby doll.
Yeah, and it looks like a baby doll that missed the eyes at the factory.
Yes.
And then it's got one wing and another little baby growing out of it, and then it's flying around the car, and the mom's wrangling it with the umbilical lasso.
There's a lot going on. This thing hits every window in the car, is smacking into everybody. Everything is going crazy in this car. Maddie puts the binky back in his mouth and starts sucking on it. A window busts out. Binky goes flying, hits the water going into the sewer.
You get title screen.
Title.
I was thinking that the car, because at first I was like, oh, did the baby fly through Maddie's head and blow him up?
That's what I think did happen.
Okay. And then
that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Or Maddie's okay in the car, or not okay, but the car took him, to the sewers, or what ethereal place it goes.
There's a lot of things that could have happened, but it is kind of okay, I guess we'll just find out.
Did you think that set a bar too high for the entire series for the craziness? Do you think it was just swinging for it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think that there's other things in this episode that are weirder than that.
For sure. And let's get to it. So we have our we meet our child leads. Yes. We have kind of like a hybrid of Ricky and Bill, I guess, are kind of alien conspiracy theorist. His name is
the Polly is the loudmouth kid, the one that's always looking at the planes.
And then Teddy is
Terry. Really tired Jewish kid.
Yes, this kid is so exhausted. This poor guy.
Yeah, I told Tiff, I looked over at her and I said, "That's the most exhausted child I've ever seen in my life."
this
This kid
I,
is wore out.
this kid, Terry,
Man, this poor kid.
yeah. And then we get our female lead, who
That
is
Lily.
Lily, yes, and they're all tied to Maddie. Polly and Terry were paid to go to Maddie's birthday
With candy, not with money.
with candy. And then Lily,
According to them.
and then Lily and Maddie are semi-close with their romantic relationship. So, and then Lily's got this friend who's such a little bitch. Oh my god, Marge, I hate her. Marge, I hate her.
Yeah, Marge. I do give Marge props because when you first meet Lily in school, she opens up her locker and a jar of pickles falls down.
Yeah,
Which at first I go, what was that all about?
yeah.
My jar of pickles. Is that a prank from the 60s I didn't know about? Oh, you got pickled. But then you find out later on, and it's really sad.
Oh, vinegar shoes over there, loser.
Oh, you got pickled.
Dude, I'm going to start doing that to you at the office from now on.
I'm going to open up the door. Oh, pickled again. But Marge does back her up and says that she likes the smell of pickles and not to worry about it.
Yeah,
She is sweet.
I'm sure she'll come around later in the series for sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but Terry is guilty about Maddie, and as is Lily, and we get some interactions, and they say cuss words a lot, and
a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
And I was like, oh man, these kids are
Polly mainly. Terry doesn't cuss as much, except when it's needed.
Yeah, I was like, man, I really hope that Polly gets endearing later in the episode, and he's not just this really annoying kid. But this episode has big plans for its audience.
It does. It really, really does. That's why I said at the beginning it comes out swinging,
including introducing us to Hanlon, who is, I'm assuming, the grandfather of Mike Hanlon.
Yes, it has to be.
What is this actor's name, Grayson?
Chris Chalk.
He is so fucking fine. This guy,
I've seen him before.
This guy is good looking. Oh my god.
He's great in this role so far, too.
Yeah.
He is, without a doubt, the best character of this episode.
Yeah, he is super cool. So he's coming in to test the B-52 for a top secret military aspect. And we're already getting into the turtle stuff like crazy. So if you're not completely clear, audience, and I know Grayson knows a little bit, but the turtle is... I have not read Dark Tower. I'm waiting till I've done all other Stephen King books before I read it. But I know that the turtle is in Dark Tower. The turtle may be mentioned in Under the Dome, but he is in It, the book, recognized as a kind of like Gaia, the creator of all Earth and a protector of the universe. If it is a interdimensional demon, I'm not sure if it as big of a counter to the turtle, or if there's another, bigger dark entity. But the turtle gets brought up like crazy, like the charm bracelet and in the school.
Yeah, their mascot's a turtle.
Yeah, and it is like the top secret military thing. It's like they're experimenting with dimensions, because
I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like The Mist.
Yeah. And maybe there might be ties with The Mist too. I just read that, but I'm not too deep on that one. But if you don't know, Pennywise is an alien. He's an interdimensional being / demon from another universe, basically.
I think they kind of go into that in the movies.
Yeah,
they definitely talk about how he's different.
Yeah, sure. Chapter 2, when they're smokehouse and they're doing the Native American.
Yes. And
they're hallucinating seeing the turtle with like the turtle is like rocketing through the sky.
Yeah.
I was thinking about at the end of this, Hanlon being like flying the B-52 and being like, what the hell is that? And it's a turtle with jet boosters, like, but I don't know. There was like, I think for me, I get kind of turned off by 50s and 60s era sci-fi, unless it's Fallout. What are your thoughts on the secret base stuff?
I don't mind it. I like that they're trying to do something different because they're really gonna have to pull a lot of curveballs on us because they tell you so much
Mm-hmm.
in it chapter 1 and 2. So they're gonna have to throw something else at us to make it worth having a show go on for. So I
Sure.
don't know if this is confirmed to be like multiple seasons or not, but you're gonna have to show us something else that we didn't know about in the first two to really make something happen with this series. So I am enjoying the fact that they do have something that's top secret,
Yeah.
which it could be nothing, or it could be the fact that they know that Pennywise is there and they're trying to do something, and that's what leads into all the adults acting weird in Derry
Yeah,
later
for sure.
on. So
But Jimmy Remar is back.
yes, he is.
And
General Shaw.
Shaw is so cool, man. Oh my
Yeah, he is. He
God.
don't take no shit.
Yeah, and he's helping Hanlon out.
Yep.
And it hit me that I was like, oh man, this is gonna be 8 episodes of just the kid part. We don't have, because it chapter 2 falls off. We've talked about that before, maybe not on the channel, but it's so much scary when it's based on kids' fear, right?
Yeah, not to say that I still think that chapter 2 is a good film, but chapter 1 is drastically better.
Yeah.
Because you fear for the kids more than you fear for the adults.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of you that says to yourself, these adults could take care of themselves. But these are just children that are dealing with an alien.
Yeah. And I don't mean like dumber, but like I'm pretty sure kids in the 60s were a little more innocent than kids in 89. so like you're even more scared for them. And I love these scenes that we get with the parents. We get Lily's mom, who's like really cold. Like,
Which she should be.
yeah. Because you can tell the mom, in hindsight, the mom probably blames her for the death of a father who fell into pickle gears in the pickle factory.
And supposedly, according to the rumors going around the town, parts of him were put into pickle jars and shipped around Maine.
That's pretty awesome.
That's what the kids are saying.
Yeah.
So,
somebody should have yelled, "Don't get any of your dad on you!" whenever the pickle jar crashed on.
Because they didn't.
Yeah. And
it's just the first episode, so we don't know what's going to happen later.
This is true. We don't really get much of Polly's parents, but I'm sure we will. And
after that episode, yeah.
And then Terry's parents are is it Orthodox Jewish? Does that mean they're like really into the traditional Jews, and they're eating dinner, and Terry has his, what do you call it, thing coming up where you, oh no, it was bar mitzvah coming up.
A bar mitzvah, not bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Yeah. But yeah, the dad gives him that not awesomely terrifying visual of
No, he's really honest with him and saying that the question that he asked him, which was, Terry asked, is it weird or is it unheard of that a child could be put into a sewer and kept there and basically tortured the whole time?
Yeah.
So.
And the dad was like, hey, that comic book might have taught you that, but there's way worse stuff than that, let me tell you.
Yeah.
We're Jews. And
he tells him everything that happened. And at first, you kind of like the dad because he's not really shooting down the question as much as he is just saying, yeah, and there's a lot worse that can happen.
Yeah.
Because our family went through it. Your grandfather went through it.
Yeah.
And at first, you're kind of with the guy. And then it all changes when he sees the comic book.
If you take the comics away, you're a bad guy. 100%.
Well, it's not because he takes the comic with, because he throws it in the kid's face and yells at it.
Yeah. So that night, Lily has had her encounter with the presence or it, and heard Maddie singing the Music Man down the drain. Polly has not.
Polly does not have anything happen to him.
Not yet. And then Terry has a encounter with his lampshade that is made out of the skin of Jews, like his dad had told him. And I was like, man, that's pretty messed up stuff. It's
That's horrifying, but very well done.
yeah,
So congrats.
yeah,
It looks really good. It's really creepy, and it gets the job done, and it makes you feel for Terry.
yeah. He's
It
just
really does. You're scared for him because his visions that he's going to have are probably going to be the worst out of everybody.
yeah. If he makes it to the next episode, that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have
Yeah, I was gonna just hold off on that until the end, but yeah,
so
yeah, for sure.
we get this kind of history with Hanlon, which shows he's an awesome soldier, and we do confirm he's there to test the B-52s, and then we get his kind of nightmare sequence of these crazy people in gas masks assaulting him in his bunk, dude.
Yeah, but it's not.
There's real people there.
This is real. This is really happening.
And so
And they're trying to get information on the B-52s, and Hanlon says, "No, you're not getting this out of me."
did you think it was a test from the U.S. military? Like,
No, I think it was the guy that didn't salute him. I think it was he and his crew, and they were gonna say if he gave it up, they were gonna be like, "Oh, he's a rat." He's
Yeah.
letting it all. So
yeah. But his boy comes in, his greasy-haired friend, and saves him. And yeah, that's just kind of where they leave Hanlon for the episode. But I'm really excited to see Hanlon and how he's going to fit into any of it.
yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but I really think that Hanlon's stuff is gonna be the most interesting of the story.
Yeah, I think
So, I hope to be wrong. I hope all of it is, but
Yeah.
his so far is seeming like the most interesting.
yeah. So we go back and we meet. What was her name? Starts with an R.
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Our kids band together to go to kind of interview Ronnie because she was the last one that saw Maddie alive, and doesn't go well. You know, Ronnie's been through it with her and her dad and the police and stuff.
Hold on, time out.
What's
I
that?
got to talk about something before you get into this
What's
because
that?
you're completely overshadowing something that happens way before this.
What's that?
And it is so weird.
What's that?
Before any of this happens, after Lily has the encounter with the vision, she goes to school to talk with Marge. She starts saying weird stuff to Marge in front of the popular girl.
Uh-huh.
So they go into the bathroom.
You don't like this scene?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just it's really funny. And they get out of the stall after they have a conversation with each other, and it's basically Marge saying, "Hey, don't say that stuff out in public because people are going to think you're weird, and I don't want those rumors going around again." As they walk out of the stall and continue to talk, there's a girl washing her hands.
I thought it was a teacher when you see this girl.
Yeah, out of nowhere, you hear, and she turns around and goes, "Wasn't me," and leaves. And the scene ends. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's hilarious. But it's like, why is that there? What does that have to do with anything? Why do you have a girl randomly farting and leaving?
I don't know, man. I think Andy has like this weird sense of humor to like interject like out of nowhere stuff, like the new kids,
guess.
like the new kids on the block references and stuff.
Yeah.
And like when they're looking at Bev at the quarry, like because they don't have any girls that they're around ever, like there's just like random bits of humor. But yeah, I thought that was really funny.
It was just so random.
Yeah, it just
But
interrupts their whole conversation.
It's just wasn't me.
Turns and leaves.
Okay.
Turns
Okay,
and
that
leaves.
conversation we had in the stall wasn't weird.
Yeah.
You just fart and get on your way then. That'll be fine.
But but Lily does in that scene draw her kind of battle line with Marge of like, hey, you're not a very good friend, you know, if you're ashamed of me and stuff. But but yeah, so they go to Ronnie. Ronnie confesses that she too has heard the song that Lily heard in the drain. So they go to the movie theater to confirm that this is the song and it's from the Music Man.
Ronnie does also talk about the police tried to pin the missing kid on her father.
Yeah.
So there is also that, which is super interesting.
Yeah, I wonder how if that's gonna come back. So maybe they won't trust the cops or something like that. That could be a line of like, we can't tell them or ask for help. But
Yeah.
This movie theater scene, I had it. I was shocked enough to where I had to go back and watch it a second time, so I didn't like. I cannot. I was in disbelief enough that I couldn't believe it happened. That I had to make sure what happened. So. So we get this scene where they're playing Music Man, and Maddie shows up, and Maddie's face, ears, and cheeks begin to swell and contort a little bit like Pennywise, and his teeth get like a little bit long, and kind of a callback to the home movie slideshow from the first one when they're watching the Pennywise and their mom's hair and stuff. And I was like, that's really effective. And I was like, Chelsea said, that's interesting because you wonder if they found a kid that looked like Pennywise. Like, since that might have been Pennywise's first victim on this cycle. Because I'm assuming that that birth in Maddie was the first kid to go missing on this 27-year cycle.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that. And that is an interesting theory. I was just kind of going with the flow and thinking that it was just
a scary
creation.
Yeah,
just
that kind of
that Pennywise had made.
Yeah, his kind of hallucination that becomes reality.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm going to run with that like that's how he was born. Like, whatever evil presence he's from fabricated this family and then birthed a physical one-winged bat baby that will become Pennywise by the end of the show.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, it is getting bigger.
That thing is getting big.
So the baby shows up because I thought the baby was just going to be like a themed thing, like the shower scene or the Wolfman or the mummy.
The mummy guy, like, the really gross.
Yeah, like Maddie's personal nightmare. But no, the baby thing's back, and it starts to chase the kids. Terry, Polly, and Polly's sister, who is the cutest kid ever, start to run. We see Polly get knocked away as his sister falls between the seats. Polly is pounced on by the bird off camera. Okay? Then we see some random kid in a cardigan get picked up, swirled around in the air, and then shredded into multiple pieces.
That's Teddy.
I know. Because I was like, we were watching, I go, who the fuck was that kid? Because I was just like, I was like, man, that sucks that kid died, whoever that was. And Chelsea goes, was that Terry? And I was like,
oh yeah, Terry, not Teddy. I was like, going back and forth with that.
Yeah, yeah, Teddy. Yeah. And he's like a teddy bear, and then he gets ripped to pieces. And I was like, no, was it? And so then, Lily is reaching for Polly's little sister, who also gets murdered. And I was like, did they just kill half of our child cast at the end of episode 1?
More than half. They killed everyone. What, 1? Or no, 2. Yeah, they killed all of them but 2.
Yeah. And we're assuming Polly is dead. I think Polly's going to come back. I think Polly...
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know why that monster would leave Polly alive and take the others down, but...
Yeah.
Who knows? I hope to be wrong because that's wild if you got rid of everybody. But man, it makes it more hardcore if they did.
Yeah, but Terry's dead. The little sister is dead. And the reason I think Polly is going to come back is because Polly will be like Bill. The sister, Polly dealing with his little sister dying will be worth exploring in later episodes.
Yeah,
which is why I think Polly's still alive. But yeah, we get Ronnie. Terry's thrown into the projector room window, and it's awesome.
Very violent.
And then we get Ronnie and Lily outside, and Lily realizes she's ran out of the theater with Polly's little sister's hand.
Yep. It's still attached to her, holding on to it. And thank God for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Because Ronnie kicks in it in the high gear, locks the door with a hammer, saves Lily. And whenever you see Lily look down and has Susie, I think is her
Uh-huh.
name, Polly's little sister's hand in her hand, I think to myself, man, where's this episode going to go now?
Deal with it. Credits, son. Done.
Yeah, it's over.
See you
just,
next week.
It's just done. Just done. Just credits hit you, and okay.
I don't know what's going to happen next week. Awesome. Oh, shut up.
It is one of the wildest openings to a show that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's very oddly toned. Like, I couldn't really pick up on a tone that they were doing, but it makes sense for Derry. Because
yeah, go ahead.
Derry has to be like that. Every time you see how the town reacts in Derry, they are always very awkward, and you can't really find a tone to what's happening in there. So it always just feels like something is wrong.
Yeah, and I think that's why I love in chapter 1 and 2. And in the miniseries, that's why I like a lot of the original miniseries parts, in that you always want to watch it and think any interaction is like, Pennywise? Question mark? No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're good.
And the kid at the very beginning, the one that's spelling, his eye
goes
lazy like Pennywise does.
Yeah,
so there are references to it, but you don't fully get the visualization of this little guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking episode 4 or 5 before they crank him out. Yeah, because you don't need him.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
He needs to be on the back half for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how or what's going to happen, but I am excited after that episode.
Yeah. I think tonally it's like I don't it's hard to say that it's not scary, right? Because it is scary, but it's like
I think it's more creepy.
Yeah,
is the best way to put it.
Like Spielberg scary, like fun scary. I don't like to call him dying kids fun scary, but it really is just like if Are You Afraid of the Dark would allow kids to get disintegrated into pieces, right?
It feels like it's the same tone of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
Whenever that movie came out, that's kind of the tone it has. It is more serious at times, but it does have that feeling of it, except for you do see kids die. You do see a kid get turned into a scarecrow in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
That's pretty normal.
I think it's like that kind of rated R that's like really intense.
Yeah.
But it's also the kind of movie that I would let a young teenager watch if they really wanted to see a scary movie.
Yeah, and I think that's how it was for the It miniseries as well.
Yeah. I mean, it might be too much, but I think that's like the kind of, it's so fun and it takes itself seriously, but at the end of the day, it's like they wake up from the dream a lot. It's like, oh, this lamp is going to attack me, and then it's gone, right? So it's not so hard.
It should be, because this is the beginning of them being toyed with.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought it was going to go with that whole crew, except for it was, I'm a toy with you a little bit, and then you're out.
Yeah. So I think I think we're getting Marge back. I think we're going to get Terry's brother as a lead here. Mm-hmm. I think Polly's going to be back, and I think that I have not looked at any trailers for this. I have not looked at publicity stills. I'm not going to look at IMDb to see how many episodes they're in. Sorry, Grayson, if that ruined anything for you. But like, I do think that the siblings are going to come in and they're going to be hungry for vengeance, right? And,
I hope so.
Yeah.
But you know what? Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't really know where it's going to go. And that's what I appreciate. I didn't know where this was going to go because I only saw the very first teaser that came out. Mm-hmm. That was it. Because I didn't want to see anymore.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave it at that and let this story unfold in front of me without any spoilers, which I've been doing a lot here lately, and it's been really good.
Yeah.
So I would say, if I had to score this episode right now without knowing anything else,
coming fresh off of it,
just stopped watching it 30 minutes ago. I think I will give this Ooh, man, I think I'll give it a 7.5.
Seven and a half.
A 7.5. And I think it'll get a little higher whenever the rest of the series goes on and I start to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a couple of things I was like, oh man, that's really weird. That's really weird. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on with this?
Yeah.
But I think that's a good starter episode. Like, it's not the best. It's not, kicking off like Alien Earth did for sure, but it's still really good.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. I'll slap an 8 onto it.
Okay.
I think it subverts expectations without being an asshole about it. Sometimes the first 10 minutes of a movie or the first episode of a series will just be like, look how crazy it is. It's the best. You didn't see that coming, did you? But I think that what it has done is it gave us an hour of Georgie. And then our 7 following episodes, we can be really mad that Terry and Polly's sister are gone. And maybe Polly, as we'll see next week. But I feel like instead of giving us 5 to 10 minutes of Georgie and understanding Bill, they gave us a good solid hour of understanding like what it would be like to lose that sister or Terry as a friend. Yeah. So
it does a really good job on getting you to understand the characters for as long as you have them on screen.
Yeah.
And I will give it that.
Yeah.
So I am excited to see where all the military stuff goes, because anytime there's military in a King universe, something's up.
Yeah. I am 100%
up.
clueless on how they're going to use the military.
I am too. And that's what I love.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
If they can, and I think that's why we liked Alien Earth a lot, is because I didn't know what was going to happen by the end of it, except for a lot of people were going to die, and we were obviously wrong about that. Because everybody's alive in a cage at the end of that series. But
it's weird. It's very weird.
But I think that's the most exciting thing about any series is just like, if you don't have any read on what's going to happen, then that's fine. And it's also like, we know from Pennywise's cycle that he either wins or he gets his ass kicked and hides. So every kid could die by the end of this.
Yeah.
Pennywise could win because he is back later. So
it makes you wonder, how are they going to make it where he goes into a cycle again? What makes him do it?
Yeah. Does every 27 years he gets his ass mollywopped by 6 kids and he goes into a hole? Like, I don't think so.
Or maybe he got what he wanted done and he gets to go on the rest.
Those questions and more answered. Sundays, at least for the first couple episodes, we'll see how it goes. As long as you like and ring that bell and subscribe and watch, we'll post Monday nights or Sunday nights. So make sure and do that. Man, go watch our latest review. It's a heater. Remember that one, Grayson? That one we made?
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Oh, my God. What a perfect movie.
Oh, my God. Shelby Oaks.
We'll do both.
I almost said Panama City.
What? Panama City.
The old horror movie, Panama City.
My sister went missing. My sister went missing in Panama City. What?
Panama City.